and one more for Oswin. And then this will fade out the screen and then call choose random map. And then we need a new conditional branch that says if switch first character chosen is on, then it will start the shot processing. All right, now let's try it. Nothing happening here. Okay. So let's go ahead and buy a lightning staff. And then we'll buy 2 minor health vials. It's so hard to see that like change color. Why didn't that chest open? Oh, if loot level equals 1. That's why it didn't open. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna have to put that back in. So I have to set the default loot level back to 1. Let's give this another shot. Let's make sure when we talk to another character, nothing happens. What? Oh, they just spawned right next to each other. I did not equip the lightning staff that we got. Okay. We're looking good. Looking good. Why is this not working? Why is it not letting us teleport out of here? If crystals interacted, okay, teleport. If red, oh, that's why. Because we still have the legacy, like, legacy, the previous code for the teleporters in there. So that's not going to work because we're not doing teleporters anymore. Really, we just need to cut and paste this out of here. Go ahead and get rid of all of this. We still need to deal with the what is it, like the mossy kind of cave? The stone cave is what I called it. We still need to deal with that because that doesn't have its own mechanic yet. Make sure we equip the lightning staff this time. I think, I could be wrong, but I think I'm pretty happy with the enemy strength at the moment. I wonder if the mechanic of this floor would be too much if you had to fight spirits for each crystal. Because you're going to come back to this floor multiple times, but I think it would be a good way to get some use out of the floor. You're going to visit some of these floors multiple times, and I want to get as much mileage out of the floor as we can. That's why I put the switches in the mine carts, so that you would interact, you kind of have to explore the map. We also need to fix this. So I want to have different styles of chests. So I want there to be an item chest, an armor chest, and a weapon chest. And I want you to have to unlock the ability to find those on each floor. And I think I really only want there to be like 1, maybe 2 each. For item and armor, probably, or for armor and weapon, probably 1. For item, maybe 2. And then maybe it goes by which characters you have in your party. Like it determines which, weapons to roll you, depending on your characters in the party or whatever. I think it would actually be really easy to program or to script in events a system where if like it goes ahead and chooses a drop. So let's say it chooses a sword, and then right after it chooses the sword to give you, it runs a check to see if a person who can use the sword is in your party. If not, it'll re-roll again. And basically it does that for every weapon type until it re-rolls for something that you can actually use. That actually, I think would be fairly easy. And now that I'm thinking about it, I almost want there to be a character select screen. So let's look at this. I almost want there to be a character select screen so that before you even come here, you're basically choosing your main character to start the game, right? So you choose from one of these 3 characters. Then you get teleported here. Once you go to certain floors, so let's say like every 5 floors or even every 10 floors, you unlock a new character. You then have the ability to have that character permanently in your party, or you can choose to trade out your main character with one of those characters. So even though initially, when you first start the game, and this is gonna be your save file. When you first start the game, let's say you choose Tamarin, right? You go through a couple floors, you're like, I don't really like this character. You get far enough to unlock another character. In this save file, Tamarin is your main character, but since you've unlocked the second one, you have the ability to change your main character to this one. And now every time you save, this will be your main character. I'm starting to get a general structure here of like how I want the game to look. I want to delete these treasure chests. What event is this? I'm a big fan of making sure you name your events, put comments and stuff so that when you take a big break, you know what's going on. What are all these events? Oh, these are just waterfall? Yeah. I wonder if there's a sample map that would make a good character select screen. Probably not, right? Or just blank map with parallax. Yeah, that's what I was originally going to do, but I want to see if there's anything kind of mystical looking already in here that would function. Because like one of the things that there's something here that could be used, I think. But I wanted to see if there was something in here that would work. So we'll do dungeon, scroll type. Let's check out see if we got some mystical BGM. I like this one. We'll go with this one. We need to stop though. Image. What do we got here? I'm a big fan of this one. Let's try this one. We want all of this here not be able to be walked on, and then we'll go ahead and block off as well. And this one I believe can be walked on, so let's make sure this works. Okay, no, we cannot walk on that tile either. Yeah, I just won't let you change that one. Let's do this, and we'll grab some here. Floating temple. Let's go ahead and just cut you guys right out of here. And we're gonna grab Oswin. We're gonna move you over, bud. You're gonna be on the right, and then we're gonna put Tamarin in the center. Test this and make sure it works okay. Oh, you guys are not supposed to move. Whoops. You are supposed to be completely still. And then also we need to teleport you to the floating temple. Sorry for that obnoxious vibration. Well, let's just make sure that one works correctly. Well, that text needs to be fixed for sure. It also chose the wrong character. Oh man, that was so many kinds of broken. Oswin, what is your class? Ranger, okay. Oh my god. Not only did we have the wrong text, we gave the wrong character that didn't match the character that we chose or the text that said what character it was. Okay, we need to change this to Tamarin, the sorceress. We need to change this to add Tamarin. Okay, we also need to go back to Oswin here because I forgot to change that. Change this to Oswin, and then one more time, paste this, change this to Clinic, the Dark Knight, add Clinic. Okay, there we go. What do we want to call this? Choose dialogue. Please choose your starting character. Also, I want to make a quick intro screen that's mostly just going to be a black screen so that we can have a completely dark open. So I actually have the character start here. We'll have a new event, or actually here we will turn transparency on. In this event, this is going to be an auto run event that transfers the player, or it's going to fade out the screen, transfer the player to the character select screen, and then fade in. I don't think we need to turn self switch A on because we're leaving this map, but we'll see what happens. Let's see how this intro screen goes. Perfect. Except on this screen, we need to turn transparency off. This needs to be an auto run event, and we also need to turn a self switch on. So change the transparency to off, and then turn self switch A on. Okay, start a new page, and then self switch A. All right. And now the reason I wanted to add this is because we can add some intro text, and then we can add some intro text here, maybe some context for some story stuff, you know, something like that. Let's add a little bit of flavor to the character text. Let's say it this way. Oswin is a physical attacker and specializes in multi-hit attacks. Tamarin is a magical attacker with high damage output, but low defense. Well, I guess low physical defense. And here we'll say Clinic specializes in critical hits and moves that target multiple enemies. Oh, we need to put that on another line, but cost HP. I think everything set up to get us started through our miniature intro here. Please choose your starting character. Would you like to start with, we need to fix that. Clinic the Dark Knight. Clinic specializes in critical hits and moves that target multiple enemies but cost HP. No. Would you like to start with Tamarin the Sorceress? Tamarin is a magical attacker with high damage output but low physical defense. No. Would you like to start with Oswin the Ranger? Oswin is a physical attacker and specializes in multi-hit attacks. That seems good. Let's go ahead and start with Tamarin here. Say yes. This takes us to the floating temple. Perfect. I want to adjust Oswin's dialogue a little bit and change this to specializes in multi-hit attacks with a high accuracy rate. I haven't figured out. I want this story to kind of tie into the other game that I'm making, and I'm not really sure how I want that to happen exactly. Like, basically the story in my other game is that you are a person in the future, maybe distant future. They have this this type of therapy that you can do where you get put into a digital world. You don't know that you are, like, you think that you have lived in this digital world, right? Like, in your mind now, when you get put in this scenario, it gets created for you. It's like a whole world that gets created for you to deal with your specific issue that you went to the therapy program for, right? They put you in this machine. In your head, it creates this simulation of this world built specifically for you, to help you deal with whatever your issue is. In my other game, the main character has not necessarily a mental illness, but it is some sort of like mental anomaly. It's maybe like a brain ailment that is not known to humans, or is not very known. Like, they don't have, much research on it or anything. So his simulation starts to glitch out and things start to get broken. This, I'm not sure how or who, like, obviously, the world of this game would be a simulation for somebody who can't seem to figure out who they are, right? And so that's why you're choosing this character at the beginning. You're collecting all these characters. You're going through multiple runs to figure out what set of weapons work best for you, and trying different things to figure out what you like the most, right? That's kind of the story here. But I'm not really sure how I want to convey pieces of story through every so many floors, or what I want to do as far as, fleshing out story in this intro sequence. So that'll be something I'll probably think on some more.